Hi friends, welcome to this 20-minute flow. Let's start off at the back of our mats in child's pose. Knees along the side of your mat, your toes are touching. Reach forward. Allow your forehead to land on the mat. Taking the time to set your intention for this practice. Breathe in and breathe out. Reach both of your arms to your left. Stretch out your right side of your body. Still in that child's pose position. Come back to center. See if you can actively slow down your breath. And let's reach to your right. Hands back to center. Let's slowly roll into your upward facing dog and slowly roll back into your child's pose. Let's repeat that a few times. Slowly roll through into your upward facing dog and let's come back into child's pose. So you're doing sort of a cat and cow between these two poses. Coming back into your child's pose, let's take your hands into prayer and take it behind your head. And let's come on to your hands and knees positions here. We'll do some cat and cow positions. We'll start off with rounding your spine, tucking in your chin, and then slowly dropping the spine, looking up, and we'll cycle through this a couple of times. You can go at your own pace here. Breathe in and breathe out. Continue to cycle through. And we'll come into puppy pose. Stretch your hands out and allow your chest to fall to the mat. And you can either have your forehead or your chin to the mat. Your chin to the mat will be an even deeper stretch. Your hips are high. You should really feel this in your chest. And let's slowly roll onto your belly. We'll have your arms in a 90-degree angle here. Chest forward, and let's lift and lower. Lift, straightening your arms. Your chest is open, and then slowly lower to the mat. Raise your chest and lower. Really see if you can bring some fluidity into this movement. Lifting your chest, looking up, and lowering back to the mat. On the mat, let's lift your left leg and see if you can come onto your right shoulder. Your left foot goes beside you and see if you can grab that left foot into your hands while you're on that right shoulder. And come back to center. We'll take that exact pose on the other side. So you're stretching your left arm out, rolling on to that left shoulder. Take your right foot onto the mat and see if you can reach your right arm behind you and see if you can grab that foot. Let's come back to center, upward facing dog, and let's push it back. Take your first down dog. Your hands and feet are planted, hips are raised. Feel free to have a little bend in your knees, but make sure your back is straight. Holding your down dog. Let's walk our hands to the back of the mat to meet your feet, coming into a forward fold. Take your feet hip distance apart, grabbing your opposite elbows. Really relax your upper body and see if you need to swing from side to side or nod your head or wiggle out your head. Breathe in and breathe out, and let's slowly roll up to a standing position. Once you're there, reach your arms up. Grab your left wrist and stretch to the right. Come back to center, switching sides, grab the right wrist, stretch to the left. Reach your arms up, a little back bend here, and slowly make your way back down to the mat. Halfway lift. Let's walk your hands. Come back into your downward facing dog. Slowly roll into plank, high to low push-up. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Breathe in and let it go. Lift your heels, bend your knees, make your way to the top of your mat. Halfway lift, forward fold. Roll up to a standing position, reach your arms up, dive back down to the mat. Halfway lift, plant your hands, high to low push-up. Upward facing dog and downward facing dog. Reach your right leg up, three-legged dog, bend your top knee, stack those hips, and wild thing. So you're landing your top foot down, opening your chest, lifting your hips, reaching your arms towards the top of your mat. Left leg is straight. Come back into a three-legged dog and land your right foot on the outside of your right hand. You're in this lunge position. Lower the back knee for an even deeper stretch into your right hip. You can take your elbows on the mat. Again, this is an even deeper stretch. We'll take our leg back up, three-legged dog, and lower that top leg, coming into your downward facing dog. Let's slowly roll into your plank and then come back into down dog. Roll into your plank, down dog, bringing fluidity into this movement. Three-legged dog on the left side, your left leg lifts up, bend the top leg, and take your wild thing position. Your top foot lands beside you. You're lifting your chest, your hips, your arms are reaching forward. Let's flip back around, three-legged dog, and left foot plants on the outside of your left hand. Taking a low lunge position with your hands on the mat. Activate that back knee. And let's lower that knee. Once again, you can take an option to go onto your elbows for a deeper stretch. Come back into three-legged dog. Top foot lands. Slowly roll into your plank position and come back into down dog. Roll into plank, back into downward facing dog. Let's roll into plank. Slowly lower all the way to the mat. Release your toes. Your arm is along the side of your body. And we're lifting our chest and your feet. See if you can lift a little higher even. And lower back to the mat. Relax onto one side of your body, your face, and feel free to move your legs in a windshield position from side to side. Release that lower back. Come back to center and we're going to take this position again. This time we will grab our ankles. You're lifting your chest and your legs. Really such a great back stretch. Release, take your upward facing dog, come back into downward facing dog. Walk your hands to your feet, coming into a forward fold. Slowly roll up to a standing position, reach your arms up. And let's take our feet mat distance apart, turn your toes out, and we'll take a yogi squat. So you're squatting all the way down. Your hands are to your heart center. Using your elbows to push open those legs, keeping the spine straight. And let's reach forward with your hands. And let's reach our right arm all the way up. You're turning towards the right. Switch sides. Right hand down, left hand reaches up. Come back down and slowly make your way to a forward fold and coming back into a standing position. Chair pose. Your feet are together, hips lowered. Swing your arms back and lift your heels. Arms back up. Swing your arms back and lift your heels. Back into chair pose. Swing your arms back and lift up. Come into standing and we'll lift our left leg. Cross your left ankle over your right leg. Sinking down. Hands to your heart center. Slowly lower your hand to the mat if you can. This is a very deep stretch. And let's come back into chair pose. Other side, right leg lifts up, right ankle over your left leg. Sinking down, hands to your heart center. Hands to the mat. Let's lift up, chair pose one more time, and forward fold. Hands to the mat, and let's walk our hands out, coming into your downward facing dog. Slowly roll into plank, high to low push-up, upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Reach your right leg up. Foot between your hands, land the back heel, warrior one, reach your arms up. Coming into warrior two, opening your arms, reach forward, lean back. Extended side angle, you can take your hands on the mat and your other arm reaches forward. Back into warrior two, and let's lean back, straighten your front leg. Triangle pose with the front leg straight. Reach forward, right hand down on the mat, left hand reaches up. Your gaze is towards that top hand. Look forward, bend the front leg. Take half moon, lift your back leg, right arm on the mat, on the ground. Your other hand is lifted. You're balancing on that right leg. And feel free to bend the top leg and grab your foot, coming into a sugarcane position. Let's release and come into a standing split. Reach your leg as far as it can go. And you can play with your balance here. You can take one hand or no hands. You can grab your ankle. Slowly, let's come back into the warrior two and lean back. And we'll flow all the way back into high to low push-up, upward facing dog, and downward facing dog. Getting ready for the other side, taking one breath here. Left leg reaches up. Warrior one, plant your foot. Reach your arms up, opening your chest. Open your arms for warrior two. Reach forward and lean back with that front leg bent. Come into extended side angle. Your left hand is on the ground. Right arm reaches forward. Come back into warrior two and let's lean back, straighten that front leg. Triangle pose, reach forward, your left hand lands on the mat. Your gaze is towards that top hand. Let's bend that front leg and make your way into half moon. Your right leg floats up, finding your balance here. Reaching your right arm up. And bending the top leg, grabbing the ankle or foot. Transition into a standing splits position. Both of your hands comes onto the mat. And once again, you can grab your ankles. Slowly lower. Coming into a high to low push-up. Upward facing dog. And push back into your child's pose. Acknowledging all your body has done today. Come into a hands and knees position here. And we'll take some cat and cow positions, rounding your spine and releasing the spine. And let's reach our left arm up. Thread your left arm underneath your right arm. Reach your left arm up, take the other side, both hands on the mat, reach your right arm up, straighten the left arm, right arm threads under the left. Take your right hand up. Let's sit onto our heels. Reach your arms up, hands to your heart center. Let's clasp your hands behind your back and slowly lower. Your forehead lands on the mat, still with your arms clasped. And let's lift our chest open, coming onto our knees, and slowly sit back. Thank you so much for joining today. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye.